Hey everyone, Chris here. Thank you very much for tuning in for another episode of Darktoylord Reviews. So initially I had recorded an intro for all the Mass Effect action figures that I was going to be reviewing, but after the second figure I kind of felt it was already getting way too repetitive. So if you want to see that intro, go back and check either my Shepard or my Grunt video. But what we got here today, this is the Mass Effect 2 Series 1 Tali'Zorah action figure by DC Direct. Now, in an effort to get more Mass Effect content into my video, I don't have the packaging for this anymore. This is something that I just pulled off the toy shelf, something that I bought years ago. So just to show you what the package used to look like, I'll put a stock image up right here. All right, so that being said, let's go ahead and proceed with our review. And we're going to start off with a height measurement. So let's get the tape measure out. And Tali is just shy of 7 inches tall. In regards to accessories, Tali came packed with her display stand, as well as this M27 scimitar shotgun. Okay, so a quick close-up of the actual weapon. As you can see, a lot of effort went into the actual design and sculpt of the weapon. They didn't get cheap with that at all. It has some nice paint apps on it. You can see the M27 right there. So Tali has her Omni tool on her arm already. Now, I imagine she came packaged with this already attached. There looks like there's a seam here. I'm not sure if it's glued or if it's just kind of pegged in. I imagine you could pop that off and take off the Omni tool altogether. But I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to go under the assumption that maybe it's glued. So I don't want to damage the tool by trying to pry it off of the actual action figure. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at articulation. Tali's head can move side to side. The hood is a rubbery material, so it doesn't hinder the movement too much, but it doesn't actually move with her head either. So if she's looking to the side, you can see the hood stays in place and it just looks a little bit weird. Her shoulders can go up and outward, and they can pivot around. Get 90-degree bend on the elbow. And you can see she can swivel her forearm as well. Now what's weird is that it's the wrist that's swiveling on this arm. Normally all those joints are duplicated on the other side, so we have the same shoulder articulation on the right hand, same elbow articulation, but so her wrist does swivel as well. It's just, there we go. It was kind of like locked in place, so much so that I thought that wrist didn't swivel. So she has a joint here in her torso, so she can spin, the top part of her body can spin around. Coming down here to her legs, she does have articulation in her hips, so the legs can move back and forth. However, this part of her clothing, her uniform, does kind of, has some give to it. It's that same soft rubber type material that she has in the hood. So it has some give, but it does hinder the movement. She has knee articulation, but not a lot of, in regards to range. That's pretty much it right there. But she can swivel her lower legs around too. You'll do a quick close-up here so you can take a look at the detailing, the amount of detailing that went into the sculpt. So the head sculpt is pretty decent. Looks exactly like she does in the video game. But for me, I think the paint that they used for the visor is, I don't know, it doesn't sit well with me. It looks like it's it should have been closer to the purple in her uniform, and this is such a contrasting color, in my opinion. It just doesn't sit well with me. But that aside, I mean, they did put a lot of work into the actual detailing of the character. So unlike Shepard and Grunt, Tali does not do a really good job of holding her weapon. So she can definitely put it in her hand and you try to get the finger on the trigger, but you just let go of that gun, and if you're lucky, it'll stay in place, but more often than not, it just falls out of her hand. So when I have her on display, unfortunately, I just have the gun down by her feet because she will not hold on to it. All right, so there you have it. Mass Effect 2 Series 1 Tali action figure by DC Direct. If you have any questions at all, please let me know down below. As always, I do thank you for tuning in, and until next time, we'll talk to you later.